Hashem Hashem Nasser Nastiach Be'ezat Hashem, another learning of Kolel Chasot for the Hastacha of Kol Am Yisrael, Inu Neshama of Kol Niftar Yisrael, and Be'ezat Hashem Refuah Shaloma of Kol Cholei Yisrael. And all the singles among Am Yisrael should find their Zivug B'Shat Tova Mustachar. Okay, so Netivot Shalom explains in the Parashat Shemot something very interesting. What does that mean? That the new Pharaoh came that didn't know Yosef. So explains Vayomer Melech Chadash al Mitzrayim Asher lo yada et Yosef, as the pasuk says. Vayomer et Amo Hinam ben Israel Rav v'asu mimenu. So what he said that, Ben Israel is more than us, and if the opportunity comes for them to unite with the enemies, they will become right against us. So let us vayasimu aleinu sarem misim leman anoto b'sivlotam vayiven alei maskenot de Pharaoh et pitom v'et Ramses. And then he said, let us appoint them taskmasters that they should build the cities of Pitom and Ramses. So Netivot Shalom asks, these pasukim are coming to teach us certain strength of Bnei Israel, and that which really Pharaoh was afraid of. So he was saying here that he didn't know Yosef. What does that mean, Yosef? The inyan of the Yosef is the avodah, is the service to Hashem, is the kedusha. So he was afraid of kedusha of Yosef. So he said, but that which he said that they are stronger than us. He said that because of their kedusha they could be stronger than us. So he wanted to put them work to do, that this work would weaken them. Now what was that work? What was the Pitom Ramses? So the Hine Melech Chadash Merumaz Yesar Hara Melech Zaben Uschil, that this Melech Chadash, this Pharaoh that became a new king, it refers to Yesar Hara. Yesar Hara is not a new around us. Ubaze Asher lo yada et Yosef Haita Kevar. Right, the Igar itkeveruto hu b'midat kudsha v'hachadusha asher lo yada et midat Yosef. What was the strength of this new Melech? The strength was that he didn't want to be recognizing the midah of Yosef, of the kedusha. So goes on to explain that all the galut that we have over here is because of the pigam, because of the blemish that came to our neshama throughout all the galut, because we didn't keep the kedusha of the brit, the kedusha of Yosef. So which goes on to explain that which separates us between us and other Umot Ha'olam nations is because we have kedusha, and they don't have the kedusha, they don't have the holiness. And so too, our kedusha, right, is something that comes from our forefathers. And the kedusha that we have will connect us to Avinu Shebashamayim. She'eino margish et Hashem itbarach et irbato asher bechol saratat nosar. And a person who doesn't connect himself with Hashem, he doesn't feel HaKadosh Baruch Hu closeness, and that HaKadosh Baruch Hu is not with him with all his difficulties. So the galut over here refers to the fact that if we keep the kedusha that Pharaoh wanted us not to keep, then we will be redeemed from the galut. Now, so let's go fast forward to that which the Pharaoh said over here.
Why is everything tonight coming back to Shemot?
Because we are in the weeks of Shovavim. Shovavim. Vayomer et Amo hine am ben Israel rav v'asu mimenu. So he said that they are stronger than us, they are more than us. Right? That refers to Hine Amir Ben Israel Avrasum Mimenu Koach HaKedusha Chazak Yoter Mikoach HaTumah. The Koach of Kedusha is stronger than us, the Koach HaTumah. So what should we do? He said, let us make them build the array, right? The cities of Pitom Ramses. So Pitom is P Tehom. Pitom has two parts. P Tehom, like empty mouth. The Ramses has two sections to it. Ra Hamses. Ra bad Hamses. Romez Lahamses Maqam Ikul Haokel refers to the bottom section of a man, of a person. Bottom section. Right? Right? Refers to the bottom. So one refers to pay and one refers to the bottom. Right? Which means
bottom, the back?
Bottom, the back, the front, right, of the bottom. Refers to these two, Lashon and the Brit are the two most important weapons of mankind. That with the Kedusha of Lashon, one could reach out to Hashem, one could say prayers, one could be a true Yehudi giving Hodah to Hashem, right, and connect with Hashem with his weapon of tefillah and prayers, and Chas v'Shalom, the worst of all the Chataim could come through Lashon Hara, could come through, yes?
You have access to the stairs to the college?
If the door is open, you could go from the elevator, go check it. Right? That when a person, right, maybe another 5 to 10 minutes I try to summarize it. When a person keeps the Kedusha of his Lashon, right, then he can connect with Hashem.
So both could be used for good?
Yeah, extreme. Both are the extreme,
right.
the worst. Right? The Lashon Hara is equal to 3 Avonot Chamurot, right? Shefichot Damim, Avodah Zarah, and Zenut. Right? So Lashon Hara is so bad. ויש נאמר עוד יסוד דבריו המרומז כאן שתי עניינים תאוות העיקריים, and these two ta'aba that comes corresponding to pay and the brit. Right? פתאום ענייני לפתח חטאת רובס בזמן הקדוש ספרת מרומז על פתחי דגופה שזה שורש כל החטאים והוא בחינת פתרון בולעו. So there are two things that comes with this. One is the kedusha of achila, food that we eat, eating, controlling our desires, right? That comes through eating. And one is the kedusha of the brit. Kedusha of the brit is avoiding the pigam haverit, shichazera levatara, wasting seed, and all that. So goes on to say, ani mevarech she'yeh nizkar, ani mevarech she'tiyeh nizaher be'elu ashanei devarim she'asavecha be'gudusha ha'achila be'gudusha ha'zivug. That we receive two brachot from HaKadosh Baruch Hu. When we have Kedusha with Achila, as Arizal says, the most Kedusha that a person could receive is through Achila, and the worst is through Achila too. All source of Pegam to the Neshama comes through when a person eats without a proper Kavanah, without proper bracha, because then he infuses into his neshama all those kochot raot, all those impure powers that are within the food, right? Right? And the kedusha as zivug, so important. Bekol inyanecha, bekol inyanecha tehel alecha or. Everything that we do, there has to be light. Right? Ki kam the hefech chas v'shalom. If there is no light, it's choshech, it's darkness. Right? So this is what Pharaoh wanted Bnei Israel to be nichshol, to to have a stumbling block, right, in front of them. So he knew that Yosef was careful in these two areas, and that's why he said, I don't know anywhere, Yosef. He said, the Sahara said, in a way, the Sahara came and as was acting in a way of Pharaoh, new king, and let them not have the Kedusha in these two areas. So then goes on to say, one is to control his tava, one is to be careful.
What's zivug, Rabbi? What does it mean by zivug?
Zivug means when a person is with his wife, right? Before the night that he's with his wife, he needs to make sure that his thoughts are clear. He needs to learn Torah beforehand, right? He needs to try to go to mikveh, right? He needs to make sure, right? Baruch Hashem, we don't have TV at home, and he needs to make sure not to watch certain movies or certain thoughts that should not come with him, right? When he is with his wife, at that moment he needs to be coolly connected with Hashem, with the thoughts of Kedusha Tahara, only thinking about his wife and the mitzvah of Purur. So that gives Kedushat Brit. And Kedushat Brit also means that one needs to be careful, right? Not to cause himself to waste seed with the food that he eats, with the thoughts that he has, with that which he sees, that which he avoids to hear, that which he avoids to read. Right? Goyim has certain publications, certain books that are about love stories that are untrue, and unfortunately causes whoever reads those books to get to those very bad levels. So recently I'm trying to help somebody who unfortunately is considering intermarriage, and I found out one of the sources is because this person, whenever came to United States, wasn't able to connect with Yehudim, doesn't have good friends, doesn't have good role models. So it's very important to have good role models, good friends, Yehudim, Shomer Shabbat, Shomer Mitzvot.
It's very common, unfortunately.
Yeah, very common, unfortunately. So Kedushat. So let's go. So one needs to do this. One who keeps these two Kedushot, then Al Yedei Shechia et Kol Akisufim v'Ta'anugim Kedusha. When he takes all these Ta'anugim, even that which is mutar, permissible to him.
You still have to limit.
You need to limit. If a person is mutar to have kosher food, does that mean he needs to constantly be eating? No. A person who is married is mutar to be with his wife. Does it mean every single night? No. It has to be with certain limitations for the Kedusha Tahara to be always there. Right? As our Chachamim tell us, that Hashem has created a very small, right, ever in a mankind, right, in men, that if you starve this ever, then this ever is satisfied. If you feed him, if you feed it, then this ever would be hungry. What is that ever? That ever refers to the man's breed. And a person needs to keep it hungry. Exactly. ולאור זה שעיקר ירידתו של אדם לעולם הזה היא לשבר אוכל. Now, the real or, the light of Kedusha, the real ikar and the main point behind this is that we should come to this world to break the desire of food. לכן כנגד זה עיקר התגברות היסר הרע היא בעניינים אלו של מידת תאוות, all sorts of תאוות, all sorts of desire, שעד לזה to dominate העולם. This causes the person to be distant from עולם הבא. וזהו שאמר הקדוש ברוך הוא לנחש. This is what Hashem told to נחש. הוא ישפוך על ראש ועתה תסופנו ערב. That Adam Arishon is going to be the Rosh and you're going to be the tail.
My bar mitzvah version.
Very nice. Right? That means באמונה שעיקר ענייני בראש חזק כוחו של האדם. The person with his emunah can be strengthened. He can be strengthened with his rosh, with his mind to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But the opposite is the nachash, is the desires. Even one's inside the body needs to be careful not to eat too much. שבעניינים אלו כוח הקליפה סטרה אחרא לא עלינו חזק יותר. If a person doesn't watch his food, his drinks, his sexual relationship, then this could go and destroy him.
Watch and limit.
Watch and limit together. It has to have within the laws that our Chachamim has put. It has to be, in a way, in a permissible way, in a Jewish way, with Kedusha and Tahara. The more Kedusha, the better. We see, we are in the weeks of Shovavim, all the impure powers came to being because of Adam Arishon being separated 110 years, I'm not sure, I don't remember exactly, from Chava. And at that moment, there were Zera Kodesh Levatala that returned to, the impure spirits, all these Shindalets and all the Klipot. So we need to destroy that.
Is it before Chava was created?
No, Chava, no. This was after the Chet of, this was after Adam Harishon ate Es Hadat. He didn't stay married with Chava for 110 years. Yes. 130 years. Thank you so much, Rabbi Abiyad. So 130 years.
Okay.
During all 130 years, he was separated, and because of this, there was so much Zera Kodesh Levatala. And all those Zera Kodesh turned to beings that were beings of incomplete beings, and they became impure powers, Shindales, and all sorts of other impure powers. After that, yes, after 130 years, then he got married. Yeah, he got remarried, yes. Now, Hevel and Cain were born.
Just separate.
Huh?
I think just separate from Chava. He didn't divorce.
Separated. That's what I meant. Separated.
No tashmish.
Right, no tashmish. But after 130 years, then they got back together. Yes. So came back together. Now, Hevel and Cain were born before that separation. Yes. Now, our Chachamim
they had more
teachers,
kids after Cain and Hevel.
yes, they had more kids.
Shet.
Yes, Shet came to. Now, our Chachamim teach us that any time Zera Kodesh is wasted, the same impure beings could come to world. So therefore, there are a series of Taniyot for each time this happens, but these days we cannot do it. So one should partake in the service of Shovavim, give the equivalent of Taniyot with Teshuvah and Tzedakah and all other things to ask for forgiveness. And we end with this, וזהו מרומז גם במה שביעקב כתיב וידו אוחזת בערב. That which he says by Yaakov Avinu, that he was grabbing to the Erev, Esav, to the heel of Esav, היינו שיעקב אחז בערב עשיו לקדש כל ענייני התר שלו לדרגת קודש קודשים. Wow. What is ערב? ערב is the heel of a person. Right? Erev also refers to Gashmiut. Right? Refers to mundane. So Yaakov Avinu was grabbing to the Erev to say, to bring it, to say, I need to bring this down to Kedusha, to Tahara. Right? From that very beginning. So the the role of a Yehudi is to bring everything to Kedusha v'Tahara. Okay, Baruch Adonai Leolam, Amen.
Amen.
Amen.